Honorable Ebenezer nothing na mabuto pa Edin I mention see ladies first. Auntie Jane, Patricia Mike and Mama straight in. Good morning.
Good morning.
At say
we did my name dear Mecca because in DJ Awana ya tia sem na ya tia sem anye de cry because we are young, full of life, and all of a sudden I woke up. But senior ya omokano onyankopon de onu nenim say with time draw no matter what obeba be fawo eye me say ni dwuma according to onyankopon awo wiase ha asa nti de ebe kan say ye mano is eye demri fadua ona omo friend eye omo kan say
demri fadua
demri fadua yeah, but I didn't ever can wait yet.
Honorable, see you. Good day.
Nimodomo. Once a day, I may baha. I make about what David said. Say Yankopon edi That's one thing that God has hidden from us as human beings.
Honorable, remember what was so there's another unfortunate news and also so Ambassador Sam P.
I'll come to that too.
Ambassador Sam P. Yale so and also called
and around 4:35 from me wana me so me ko yimiti nti me P na me yusu me ba me mano omuka omuduko school nti between station na da no 1009 yes 100.9 nti na nipa na kase ono starti DJ Juma no ono nipa na okasa no 1989 and na Awana started 2000 and they are all friends when they are say so I'm thinking it's one of your friend is saying say I am more praise mo call for and I say their birthday wishes be cause and me fear me no any hobby so quickly I packed. It's like really it's me you about bishop me me sending Dominic message Dominic, what is really happening? That's what I've heard. I was like, but just 2-3 weeks ago, many only a friend is saying, Muledi
Aisha,
and we
Kofi.
I had no argument about Kofi say Oche Aisha. Your friend is saying in kind. No, can I mean, so it's like, what is happening? So honestly, yesterday I was really already feeling fine. Until I was really down. I was like, hey, that's why the Bible says that for me to live is Christ and to die is gain.
Honorable himself, maybe me could leave.
Oh yeah, because last week by now you're not here.
I said me resume and there. Until on Friday I decided to, as a norm, as a practice, check up on my production team. Now I'm just saying we'll be out here. Then we can plan for today's program. Until strangely, me shall say free DJ Awana so. My friend is one fat. Until I'm and I'm so I'm moving on to Aisha. Now many Aisha and Kasa. So Aisha told me say Awana has been sick for some time or admission was 37. I'm saying but my friend I'm in front me Aisha Kasa and I'm sending Awana voice note. And the voice note is still here. Me send Awana voice note. A take two, but one reply. Until you be 9:32, exactly 9:32. And I want a friend back. Who's I want a friend? I'm saying, I want to say in the home fan amount to me crank a Sunday. So I answered the call. Unia, na then I come a friend so tell Unia. me home family crowd until me was 37. And I'm about me wife for almost 2 weeks. I'm say I don't know my money now. Just WhatsApp me say when you saying na echo so that at least say support be cry na e beti me their support too. Na me catch so when you men yare na me resume Monday me pon program ne pe me driver Abba 37 Abba besrawo. Nti men yare no so see akra de kakra na initially no me do 37 no na a serious pa but see idea yeah I'm so okay yeah the na Monday me pon program pe me ba besra was okay then yesterday and run up me sorry ya na ayoa 05 sending me message Kwaku we've lost our now and I say what
happened
what I don't know what was.
See you. It's very painful. Very, very, very painful. And I don't know how people will take it this afternoon where people will be expecting the show as he always do. And the way you see the energy now or the year ejumano. Because once upon our banner but now pairs no better casa and then the Jovia I wanna new I mean so I was like later in the evening too that I saw the posts of people about some PLA. I was like
yeah
what is really happening? Somebody that's about 3-4 weeks ago was planning a program. It's NDC professionals something that was postponed.
Yeah.
Then the evening later, I got another post. Your friend is saying the former Supreme Court judge Sule Badegbe.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, why this prominent people within a short time? What is really happening? But the Ebeka say, Ebema ebusuafo eyere ni ne ma ni ebusuafo yako na yamamu multimedia for so. Yako. I think that's you see, as journalists and as makers per se day in and day out no, we need to do a thorough checks of yapumudin. And sometimes I realize when we're in parliament, one thing that Speaker Michael Kwe always talk about is the health of members of parliament. And CJ, there's a time I traveled outside the country. Maybe do that day na me committee ada for a workshop. Maybe do airport na me nyama do airport from Fee. So I drove straight to Ada. The next morning I have to come to my constituency because now Ohenibi wo ho awewu and tamo we na me ni ho in 40 days no. I have to be there. I have to come there. And that day was my birthday. CJ, when I entered the house and my children started singing happy birthday for me, by the time they were singing, I was baffled. Me call runs, we come back around 11. I just look at them and I started crying. I just asking myself, say,
what kind of life?
What kind of life? We don't even have time, everything. Because you people come as early by 4:35, you people are here. Yeah. And you leave so late. Yeah. And I mean, CJ, this morning it's not a good day for us, to be honest and sincere with you. In fact, when I was called to come here, I nearly declined it. In fact, if not say be a member Joy Prime, Nankamemba, honestly, like I won't come today. In as much I know I come on Mondays, like today I won't come. Because I was really. You see, if I've not had an encounter with him, that will be fine. But I have a personal and a bar before you show. You bon komo
you point be jina nim honom na bon komo sa na bon komo awana jina ha na also na production team.
This one day.
Well, yeah, the Mpensenpensenmu no beto aso enkomo ho. Yeah, as I say, yedie. In fact, the few days I'm leave, the suspicious flight allegation, air-med allegation, and I'm listening and monitoring the conversation from home. There were so many questions that are begging for answers. But the conversation has been going on. Now, the new patriotic party has slammed the government for sort of intimidating the minority over over these suspicious flight allegations. The government, on the other hand, government spokesperson Honorable Kwacho Fusu Felix and Socio-economic that the minority is trying to mislead the public. And or say a plane no nientia ebegina Ghana it had a technical issue, and that there were no drugs on board. I will start from the minority, Honorable Wahe, because you are raising issues, and then I know Auntie Jane has a lot to say on this issue. Until we are now Auntie Jane. So what exactly are the issues regarding this flights that the minority is raising? Honorable.
My main, and that was the main chair for. My main chair, Auntie Jane. I think this is the first time of me meeting her. Even though I've been seeing her, a friend is saying, her posters, and also her flackers with the friend is saying electoral commission, and also the previous party. I think I listened to her one day on the friend is saying one of the sister station about the party issue about it, and the way she was. They say, "Mami, we there. That's the likes of our Yakubu.
Yeah,
we say, you're very strong. So I admire her from afar because of, her boldness. Yeah. And she speaks just as it is. I think that the host, Refi station, the host, easy. Questions, the answer, a bomb crowd, man.
That's Auntie Jane for you.
So, CJ, what is the issue? The issue is about an allegation which was made by the ranking member of Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament.
Yes.
I'm saying allegation because until we ascertain the truth, it remains allegation. And in fact, that is the same word that he even used. I say, plain B, plain menu, aba Ghana ha. Plain menu na eba no. Eba edawi kwesiada. Let me give you an example. Ebedu Ghana around this time. To this time. Eba no. Nyama we ene wo plane ni mu. One. Edrobone eye cocaine ewo mu. Sika ewo mu. We ewo mu. Mayen use Ghana as a destination of drugs. And therefore he is calling on the security agencies to investigate the information or they are too abundant. And that these are the information. This is the plane nearby. Plane na manu say. Plane no ebe do this time. Plane no be two this time. Plane no ebe say. He stated all those things for the public to know. Owie that day, enumreno, the president himself, John Dramani Mahama, very good at him, because he's in a communication person. A tweet on the Twitter, say he appreciated the information given by Reverend Intim Fojo, and that he is calling on the national security, the BNI, and then the security agencies to investigate the matter. As to say, near honorable Intim Fojo ebeka no kre, and I say anything, and you no kre. So I think that is the right thing for the president to call on. Then the next day, the government spokesperson came out to say all the things that Ford just said, it's not true. Without coming out to tell us what the truth is. He took him almost about a week before he came out with this fake, your friend is saying, pictures or the other two abonting. The very day the president made a statement, the next day you came and rubbished the statement, even including what the president has made. Because who say they are for your kind of the meaning that John Mahama calling on security agencies to investigate your friend and saying, and the Mahama they now so bogus edema friends also watch. So for you to come and say oh your friends and they say then it took you almost a week or 22 weeks before you came out to say oh in a plane services no kofa tai bi masa yenyan kwala o. Apart from that, for Dwaso Nsem beside see you be kaya about a month or two ago. You see a 20 feet container back 12. I was happy man. Emma, you the rebel style be with military, ni police, phone with journalists at DH and Edikoye because you have gotten an information. So when they were going to this wherever the containers are, no, they moved with the media house. I don't know any media house that were not invited. Adom in as man that multimedia, mu Adom, mu Joy, mu Hit, mu nyina, uko UTV, almost mu nyina DH, uko media journal, mu nyina DH and Edikoye. What has happened to that? So he was in a statement of said, look, apart from their embassy or Kotokano, this is another information. Somebody buy you. Sena stombo kan na anwe wada de ba yo ene mujejedeje onu na mo de betu kwan mo de betu ho say we have seen your friends 12 containers e was sapema and e go be one container ka che say e sika na egum e be a gold e be a cocaine e be a fake currency and a whole lot CJ in Kenebeka say ke ba shimene. Nothing has been said about that 12 containers. I saw another video of Mr. Jakpa claiming, say, we will only get some authority somewhere before we can. This is Bank of Ghana boxes, and this is this. I need to get this before we can open this. And the whole lot. And also, you debate two, your friend is saying, nothing was said about it. Absolutely nothing was said about the Sapema issue, no. Then he raised another concern, another issue. Said just this year, if 350 million, welcome, presidential staffer. You see, on say IGP best friend Betrahua, former IGP best friend Betrahua, so you because the next thing only the best. CJ, then I'll say there was another your friends a cocaine issue that involves the former parliamentary candidate of the NDC in Sekendi, and he mentioned the name as Amma Blay or Kofi Blay or something. Nothing has been said about it. And this one I was saying somewhere said, me, I stand to be corrected. The set allegation level against that parliamentary candidate, meaning to say on no about but his name have constantly been mentioned relating to that cocaine issue. But abang and kahwasim biaye. So does it mean say in Mohammed's resetting agenda for this country, no, we are turning this country to be a state of drugs? Is that what we are trying to? They are trying to let us understand, and because these are drug cases, sir. Abino has refused to deal with it. I will be catching me say, oh, now say for your information, sir, on Fambra, CJ.
Yes, of course, because he who alleges must prove.
The president.
Once you allege, the burden of proof is on you. You
for
are
me,
making.
I think that he has given about 40% of what we are all claiming that it's alleged. He gives the plane. Say plane when they buy, time when they buy. Nyama ewomunie. So it's done on the security agencies, just as they were instructed by President John Mahama. Say, let's investigate it. Up to today, Fojo has not been invited by the security to assist them in the investigation. So there's a procedure. I saw also your friend is saying before you can invite a member of parliament. Yes, I agree. But the agency of this, because if it's in the interest of this country, and indeed this government indeed is not shielding and protecting and not involving themselves in drug trafficking in this country, the best thing they could have done is to write to the Speaker of Parliament that in as much say there's procedure in which I can get a member of Parliament, this is an urgent thing and want to plead with you. Can you let Honorable Intim Fojo come to the security agencies? Just as Speaker YB, what your friend is saying, NI before they say, oh, you can talk to your friend and say A plus, and that of your friend is saying, Yusuf, former minister for your friend is saying, sports, they need them. But Speaker, so you can come and meet them in Parliament and get your information, your investigation. I think that's the best thing for me. I think that it is long overdue. But for the government spokesperson, Felix Owusu-Kwakye, to come and rubbish a statement being made by his boss, say, in as much the president have said, say, you're investigating, no, or feel say a bullshit today. I disagree with Felix Owusu-Kwakye. And I think, say, if indeed President John Mahama and the NDC, believe really say, say, they are not involved in what is going on. They have no hands, and they want this country not to be a country where a bad drug trafficking, your friend is a state there. Then I'm calling on him. I'm pleading with him. Say, as a matter of urgency, let the security agencies know. Because okay. I'm saying,
you have been a member of parliament before. Yeah. Educate us. The processes. Say MP, certain member of parliament, any information, say BBA Koso, and that he feels something untoward is going on. What is the process? Because for the member of parliament or for the minority to call for a press conference and put these things out, I don't know the processes. So as a certain MP, so we need information. What do you do? Do you just call for a press conference and put the information out, or there are state agencies open to me at this answer me at the atomium?
CJ,
yes.
Obiani Kwan of us or the information about one thing. It does not own on the member of parliament says more information about something. As I say, me call pass it through Obi and Sana. Yes. If Parliament is in session, he can file an urgent question to invite the Minister for Transport, because it's airport, invite the Minister for Interior and Minister for Defense, because it's security matters, to come and answer questions relating to that. He can also, as a member of Parliament, also write to the those ministries to find out whether indeed say this is information matter. But this case, he decided to say yes. In as much I have all these options, nothing stopped me from letting Ghanaians also know what has happened and what can be done about it. Nothing stopped me. He have every right to make a press conference to letting Ghanaians know. So, in fact, I have heard him saying that when Parliament resume, he's going to file an urgent question to bring the Minister for Transport, the Minister for Interior, the Minister for Defense to come. In fact, one of his letters, he has even written to the Minister for Defense to appear before the committee, which is a ranking member, Defense and Interior, to come and appear before them and answer questions. Nothing has been done about it. So, what do you want me to do?
Maybe besides our question, because on Saturday, now may share news file.
Yeah.
And the Gold Board CEO, Miami Nia Sami Jemfi, made a statement that he feels that you can't call for a press conference, you can't organize a press conference based on suspicions.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. So he finds it I don't tell me beside the avenues that are available.
You see one can't answer me.
Sami Jemfi. Yes.
So Abemuntu to say there, if you don't have evidence, you don't call for press conference. That's what he's saying. We're in this country, but you know how you are. Obi a wako cry a friend is saying, how do you call it? Knockout. Boy, these people did a press conference at their national headquarters. Say the tour, the way, and the abba. Did they do the investigation first before going and do the press conference? You see, sometimes people should not think that now they are incumbents, so therefore they are more and nobody review. In some money put your account can have a bini. You want me one ebi wo me one na. So when Niponu say something, I can Niponu, what has changed? Look, I was on Asempa with somebody who have now been given a CEO position and was ridiculed the position where he has been sent to, because Dingina is an Ministry of Finance. And more way, youth for this for this, and we are why here. You will say, and then this same person has been appointed to the institution that he was criticizing, say Dwaso. So now he has seen, so now when you have information, there's no need for you to go to the press. Look, me say you can check from Parliament from 2017 to 2021 when I was in Parliament. NDC press conference approved 5,000. Every second NDC will do a press conference. Every second they'll do a press conference. So what I've changed today?
Okay.
When the information comes out, whether they like it or not, because we want Ghanaians to know, the press conference will be done for Ghanaians to know the truth.
All right, but after over the weekend, there was this social media banter between Honorable Felix Kwacho Fosu and Honorable Nsem Fodjo, and one of the posts, very interesting. Honorable John Nsem Fodjo posted, when cocaine and money laundering activities are exposed and questioned, you expose your emotional connections to these transnational crimes, shelled cocaine cartels, and money launderers from prosecution and resort to insult. My good friend Felix Kwacho Fosu, I can appreciate your frustration. And Honorable Kwacho Fosu so ebe commented edebe toho osofumeko at Nsem Fodjo, what a clown. And then it goes on and on and on and on and on. And now Felix so ebaye, you are wasting everyone's time by debasing parliamentary oversight to peddle infantile lies. You have no proof, no basis, and cannot show same in even 1,000 years. Even when clear facts are presented to you, you still remain pig-headed in your lies. This is being a clown, my friend. And also, it's a long banter and a course. But Auntie Jane, my name Anthony Nupenu, or your presidential staffer and the Greater Accra Regional organizer for the NDC.
The office one.
And found.
My brother.
Tony,
know my brother's office.
He's your brother. You can find out from him after the show.
No, I don't want to be only beneficiary to his your friend.
Mama nipa mo ambassadors no mama omo office.
One man ambassador in my office.
Mo ambassador no office.
That's on the office there or the country.
Ambassadors
At large.
But you have to add to it that he's the best friend of Dr. Ekufu Dampari, former IGP.
That I am not aware.
You are not aware that that's IGP's best friend?
Please. Tony, Akwawa.
Yeah, CG.
Apomboko there.
Our body Adom anope the Moja Sani media. I think Asidane Dibemano. I think Eka Kran Kamamba studio because I'm not in the best shape. But media appointment before the emergencies came in, but I have to manage and come. Yeah. And coupled with other sad news, sorry, I don't ready platforms. So I was not in the best shape. It was she knew Sikan. The best doctors in any health facility in Timin. This is Australian Pompanaka say, me Danny Misa. But because ye been more yet no pay. Nya come to today. I don't think I have any mouth to talk, but Timedanasi, Namadanasi or Obi Biara we nyan kwano pay no Fatidama Nyami say Unya no Monsieur Grandfather Nyamiasi because he has given what is called life, the breath of life, and we can only be thankful. Nti ebusuya form one show my this year. Me and DJ Awana.
Yeah.
So me can any day and me a bra penini papa. Honorable Sampi Ali.
Ambassador.
Funny crazy na on Chichibusia. The NDC Fraternity Professionals Forum and all who have associated with me. He calls me my son. And me man tipo so yari because I was also nursing my auntie. Me give me the hunting me. I wasn't checking on anybody again. And so unfortunate. We've fought to gain governance and have not enjoyed anything. Then we close our mouth. It's so sad, and it demoralizes people. But this morning, I said, look, have hope. Things will be better.
All right, but that's it. Anthony Nupeno, presidential staffer, and what's it? Can we me man akwaba? Auntie Jane. You followed this these issues you are discussing, but from your point of view and how the government has handled this case, especially in communicating, updating Ghanaians. Say flight to be ababidru saying into abidru kutuka technical problem into wamusha CC near there. Has the government been open? Has the government been candid with Ghanaians regarding these issues?
Truth be told, me say MPP minority buyer omobeka sa assembly say there is an issue at the port involving 2 planes and a dekeka ho like yamfa nyehwi na ka say maybe is those things opposition people are and a debia omo problem inti but let a free Flagstaff house buyer me kan na enu ne ma me na di dwindwin ba me trim. One, me who say letter no, e can say a flight no every Angola and Rwanda and eba Ghana ahanemo na di cargo di call the European market. Until we share letter na eba na a press release no, there was no information in it. Even a no grandpa mami call me Facebook page akop bisa questions. Me see cargo a flight no eba Ghana no. Eba Ghana be yedien. We free Angola this in Rwanda. Wo ba Ghana abedien. And so wo ba Ghana no. Is it like equipment na wo tong no Ghana ye beto some of the equipment and na wo pedian wo Ghana. And ohwa na ehu say Felix Ofosu kwachi obaye. Sisi ade obetray more light and enu na ye more concerning. O say the ntia o mo baye no is because certification na SSA Emma mo kwanya ombetima akọ the European market no they don't have the certification so omo ba Ghana ha say ombegisa certification no nti omo ba ye no na omo this in omo engine blade say ye nti eno na another flight or cano like the information was not joined together on can say a flight no the blade ni say yentina another flight iba or see flight be a eba Ahmed or what and what flight enu so baye nti enu baye no na enu die ne ties are say ne ties are say enu two ties ko say ye no na another flight baye oka we say asem we nyina oka bibi she obi ka bibi na opese o ma wo details some details I say we show hu ye papa because those things are not necessary but when you feel the need to give some little bit of details it means you are trying so hard to be able to convince people, and that itself is a problem. It's a problem. We share your security forces are one kasa would be some on Beka Trail. So almost fast suspect. Some of these things it causes them to doubt you the more, and then they will now put more pressure on you to bring out the actual information. Into first flight na eba no. Narcotic people akwahwem oma ho drug, and a second flight na ba no. Narcotic people akwahwem oma ho hwe. 3 flights na ba Adenti no mo share first flight and a second flight and a third flight in the one cash him film. One cash about the this thing. Until you could be so more airport people now. Because it's first and second flight, you know, when I say the ties nearby. But and you say landy, and any plane a landy or Ghana, whether you are carrying ties, just and I net ties. It's a say you're making sure say. We do the necessary turns. Now we pass it through necessary security ventures to be able to be cleared. So about saying is first and second flight, you know, yet me here some investigation to make sure that they were not carrying any drugs. And last flight na yen kashi, and all these flights they are related. That is very concerning. And last one that broke the camel's back. Me see Debbie. We must we must do more investigation. They say, say, please if you free the honorable in team. Ama can say ho intimi kanshi. That was so concerning because things no. Omo character, questionable characters, omo politics so. They are liars. And you cannot use say anke your politics and your party na we yes idea we are. All what I will do is to run away to make sure that I don't have anything to do with you. But you are in government and you may what scared me some time ago nami wo police headquarters me wo one me who say a platform amateur say me youth organizer you very close to me oma arresting no adieno me na ono be a problem into like I could not even stand me friend no offer ya me can say which police station have they sent you or see police station ben me see our platform or see some thief way or be or criminal or contra so you believe him this guy who have been stealing money and doing so many things in the party that everyone knows him, he can put information. He's lying. When we went into the details, it was a lie. But he tried to use this to convince the people that follow him that this was what was happening. He kept on giving lies, creating problem in the party. He divided and destroyed the PNC through lies. Ena me who say Felix Ofosukwachi. Ena ntim case no ebem. To me dear, President Mahama, minim say President Mahama is one of the presidents. Minim say sa dear we omoke. Omfa na hunkoshim. To me dear, I know that because President Mahama won kola ena odon kola no ye. Onim say drugs eya ba e say youth. Saying nipa munkola.
I don't know if you were on my show, but Honorable Diamikai said he was around. A brasa BBC documentary on opioids. Tramadol ne ebaye ne ade. One of the reasons why now India and the manufacturers of these hard drugs omu use Ghana, and they said Nigerians now has really tightened their security. Into Ghana there, almost the faha, so that it can get to the other countries, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, and then few weeks after that, we are hearing this. So then it raises concern, even though Narcotics Control Authority, there's been several arrests. I think over the weekend, almost say some of the opioids, so. These are the issue that is really raising concerns. Very, very concerning. Because bad drugs are Ghana say mani pamofa bad drugs into the system destroying nipamo. It is destroying the people's children's lives. Young Kasan Susu, yes, you yourself, we share hard drugs.
hard liquor. Look, the punishment comes to you, the one who is selling it. Want to mean cotton like weed, and now marijuana, and now cocaine more be say me na me a producer of it. Now unkola mo ye onyankopon enu de oye fast papa. Wuton pe one kasa wonkola mo obese omo ade odi bese omo. He doesn't care. But at the end of the day, you will face it yourself. You, your family will also face it. So me say President Mahama on to me in fact Ghana and yes say because say the Ghana be yes idea we are. So omo kanu me cases ebedi. But Felix Owusu Kwachi and Kamini President Mahama Ofosu Kwachi and Kamini President Mahama, I will remove him from that place as a communication. I'm telling you.
Why?
Because of the things are okay in Ukraine. I'm telling you.
And
security officers after Mr. Honorable in team. I'm an honorable in team. Koye say onu die. Sa information no na onu die on who say nipa mu kan onu so kan ye but oni we onu ne kan ye.
Contrary to the honorable in team for Johnson say obi akra invite.
Obi no. And your country Felix Ofosu Kwachi is not communicating for President Mahama. He is communicating for Ghanaians with this type of attitude. Maminka it will push the NDC into a place that it doesn't want. And Ghana, all of us will be part of it. We don't need people who don't tell the truth to be communicators. We don't. Because when you tell the truth, you don't need a good memory to be able to end up remembering whatever happened. You don't need a good memory. Telling the truth is the thing to go.
And the Felix Kwacho for so you think should be sacked
immediate, but the president with immediate effect should sack should dismiss him. Not dismiss him completely because the president in yes idea we are. If he say president knows the characters of certain people and he actually wants to work with them because trustworthy people no one pay. Even whether in truth or in false, those are the people that he wants to work with. Felix Ofosu Kwachi.
But Auntie Jane, do you think he who is alleging has given enough proof to the security agencies, Auntie? Say,
investigator. They all allege, investigator. And ye Ghana phone a say whistleblower and a dear. So, if we don't allege, how do we get into investigation to know whether the thing is true or not? Debia obibeka bibi no musi omonfa this in kwafa evidence and proven bra. Na investigative people na ye wono to say Shirad, to say police for, to say special prosecutor ye two more for the. Is it not because when there are huge cases of this magnitude, say omunkum where grow. So Bibeka say flies be by and a nuclear investigations flies by anka dear no anka bibia flies no before a baby and can't a presidency. I didn't no man can say, oh, these flies are coming to our distance, blah 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 blah. Even not to even say it to cry. Nipa kruna or allergy, when we went into the nitty-gritties, it is true, say flies in a buyer. No, see if 2 flies. Now they are claiming that 3 flies came. 3 flies, 2 of them were security forces. Almost the last flight, according to Felix Ofosu Kwachi, or Facebook page, or Biape on
no,
or see 2 of the flies.
In the post, I'm on his page right now. And we know or say these pictures show engineers fixing damaged ties on the landing gear of the air-made aircraft at the Kotoka International Airport. The damaged parts and engineers were brought in by a different aircraft into the 3rd aircraft now Okano and on reason why it stayed here for 5 days. Don't let anyone lie to you. And then before this one or the Bakonso by this is actual footage of the inspection of the Kavok flight by security officials at the Kotoka International Airport on arrival, which shows it carried a cargo of oil drills and oil in jerry cans. Don't let anyone lie to you and shift the goalpost when pressed for evidence.
Mpacho say wopia go into details ne video no. Eno were more details than what he kept there. I mean, you would say, according to the video, Obeka Chiro say first flight na eba ye no almost share so there's no this in, and a second flight in so narcotic board and so share so. What about the third flight? And no dear on cash in film wopia konekotie video no. And a media Mpensenpensenmu yes some bibia omobeka say alleged. But the video of Felix Ofosukwati mobeti ma dia ma omo yes psychologist ya omo ka police force so say omo hwe ne mannerisms and ne eye contacts are odikasa bibi ikoso wo honso so all cano he is looking at the left side we be who say obeka about this flight ne nibeko say we share one kasa we go into details I mean psychology obi ye were left and right side of our brains are yedi kasa this in we share left side now the left side talks about wuka bibi na wuhurefia and you are looking for memory of that this now we be share on the left side. The right side talks about you trying to create an image to deceive people. Would they be so be on beka sa asem we kire wo na share video no share senia odie ni ne eko say one kasa wo be hu say sama no oka no
Ochantro
he is trying to give you a fiction story, a fictional story. And the places where he looks to, where he say, "We say me boa," would they give it to a psychologist and then or a police officer, and then ask them that look at the eyes, how the eyes moves, and then give me an interpretation. I'm sure that they will do that for you.
All right, but I say, Madam Janet Nabla, and yete nenkano. Adom 106.3 FM. It's 5 minutes after 10. Tony, what is the government hiding in all this? Yanti ama assembly. The conversation is still going on.
What haven't we explained to you? So what is being hidden? Then I as a media practitioner of high standard, what do you think is being hidden? So why are we wasting our early morning instead of talking about challenges that face the country? Ni here man for brabo in Siopom Benyano. Say you talk a career in crying how to educate Ghanaians to come out of the situation. We are wasting time on a non-issue. A non-issue. Government they take the pain to offer credible answers to what people suspected. And people think we should continue living in a fool's paradise of a wallowed MP who cannot stand on his leg now, who is now afraid of invitation and know the consequences of disinformation if it's proven beyond all reasonable doubt by the security services. Only consequences are obefim. On here there is no case. TJ, assembly ni baby ya Ghana airport enye obi kitchen a public facility. As it stand there, all manner of Ghanaians from all the political shapes are working in that facility. Are you getting me? Mm-hmm. And it's a bibi pan kosu or maimwa. You think this is how it should be handled? Secondly, your security service or muyejuma ohono. Omina na NDC for. In team for join problem is a security for Nkasai. The security doesn't speak to the media. Are they not part of the government? There's one thing I've understand. Say there is some level of dislike or hatred for whoever has come out with the communication. That is all I see.
You mean
say,
Felix
yes. Say
really?
Me jinin dinti ni okano GDN. That is what I am sensing. Say because me jinin di enti di obeke bianu GDN. Enti ji say BNI director kasa. Ana ji say director general of NACOP ekasa before me jetum. Again so one edi kokwe meba Ghana betom. Ghana was from a country that the value is high to Ghana. Masa.
Obi anka say obi oba beton. Transit. It's in transit.
Transit to where? Did Intin Fonjo make a claim say the plane after leaving here went to another country or went back to his origin country? Until discharge cocaine to one okoye. And discharge scanning to one okoye. Sure, let me tell you something. Someone nearby. People should be standing well.
Are they neighbor?
The era of drug trade in this country has come to an end.
Since when?
And all those criminals
Since when?
are jittering. Since Ayabe, do you know the amount of hard drugs are confiscated at the port, which was on transit through Ghana to the Sahelian? Yes.
But that should tell you something.
So the former government, what were they doing? So it tells you, say, it tells you, say, Ghana was being used as a transit into the Munya power, no? And they brought it in another under us. We arrested.
But shouldn't it also tell you, say, now there's a change in government? There's a government under their regime.
Cargo we no more cease. And when they landed, we were able to stop the transshipment. So it tells you what has happened over the 8 years. And until the Sahelian region, you're volatile. You're very volatile because the Ghana, transit, the Nyamanufaha, and they make good money. Especially this opium and these things that get the young guys highly intoxicated. So with the tuition inside, you can do anything. Some of these guys came to me, having got their cargoes confiscated. Sitting them and interrogate to understand what their issues were. I saw that they have done this work for long. When I went to the other side to find out, what has happened, how the EU have put red alert on Ghana of being used to transit these medicals into the Sahelian region. All this happened under Akufo-Addo, not us. So what you have confirmed, say some containers have been bent with these drugs. So I confirm.
Yes.
Do you know how we got them? And people in NPP government were involved in this trade because they were making good money.
You have names of these people who were involved in.
Do you know the interrogations we are doing? Why should we rush to the media
concerning former
of course,
appointees?
People should just be calm. This rush to the media to make hosts in the name, say, when finally we zoom on you, you'll be seen as having made an allegation in the air also. It won't wash. It won't wash. I won't sit here and mention anybody's name because properly constituted teams are doing thorough interrogation of people. And if Intin Fonjo want to be a hero and a star in MPP, you should go and learn how to be a hero and star. You don't wake up and then concoct fiction and put out there, and now your leg will be wobbling. The very day the team will sit him down for 6 hours,
I see.
Intermediate assembly anyhow. Near Yamia Mabatina High. Say, Mefa will feed the issue. Edia Magana for I drink che. Say, now we have something to contribute to make sure say Ghana be Yamai. I have children, I have boys. I will encourage drug because I know the effect to it. Look, I've gone through a debridement in my leg. I feed on hard tablets to ease pain it's not something that man should go through. Because the side effect of these things. But because the pain you go through, you must take some of these things to be able to have energy. Me Faba Kumpwa, I feel so uneasy with me because I don't want to associate myself with some of these
So you can imagine Omo Kaboom,
no,
5,
yes.
6, will be 10, no, they are
Nani
boom.
Pana is so drowsy na onimnia of him. And today look at our secondary schools. So why should I sit and encourage, say, because of how much I will benefit in tea, I will import these intoxicated chemicals. The NDC government is going to move beyond to make sure that those who even produce it, look, as you sit as a country, I'm doing some work. There are several unauthorized warehouses in this country where they are producing drugs.
Really?
Yes. And these are all by Indians in this country.
Pharmaceutical companies,
You can't even tell whether they are pharmaceutical companies.
but you see them as warehouses.
They hide these warehouses in the name of warehousing goods. But in it, they've installed machines and other productive setups. And they're making production.
And way different from opioids. So now BBC here, whole documentary. No,
Very, very.
This is different from
Very,
that.
very. I've encountered one. When I mean, besides say this operation or these drugs and who license and all those things. But I'm still arriving at something. Then I will do some kind of revelations. We as a country, we are really in a serious time. It's not everybody who is in the name of pharmaceutical is producing the right drug for you and our consumptions. And these things, they bring out muntomo. How? You declare in crassy. Nipa ko fumana oyena obi aboki osibi obabi. O edru we dey ye. No akoto, no ameni. Ni ofemu ekwa. Ofu say no anu no. But onim the side effect of it. And people are making a lot of money. Enti minia as a country nyema hian. We might focus on how to uplift the standards of the communication and the truthfulness of the communication we are bringing. I will not waste my time on anything for Joe because the right platform is going to be given to him. So that
All right.
whatever proof I want beyond niaye abinu dia tujano on fambra.
All right.
Na yenkum.
All right. But that's it. Anthony, no presidential staffer. Honorable,
CJ.
I'll give you like 3 minutes. We go around and then I'll go to Auntie Jane.
CJ, I'm very happy. Say the presidential staffer for Greater Accra region because say appointed by region
Yes.
has made it clear. So since they came into office, say drugs, i.e. cocaine, i.e. This drugs and for finance and transit. I'm very happy that he has confirmed the perception and he has confirmed what people are saying about this present government. But
Nobody is saying anything about this present government. Don't come and misquote me this morning.
I'm not misquoting.
I have not made that submission.
But you said,
Be careful.
oh, Anthony.
My yes submission was me associate me.
So my UFM.
OPD.
I'll say where you are from.
CJ, I was expecting my maybe I was expecting Anthony, my good brother, that three issues that for your race. The Sapema one
Is under interrogation. What's the problem?
the former parliamentary candidate for second D.
Yes.
NDC parliamentary candidate. His name was mentioned. Alleging of a 350 million worth of cocaine issue. Nothing has been said about these things. In Felix Kwachi's press statement, this issue he never and ever talked about it. But it was part of it.
Because these are
Oh.
I mean,
arrest that has been made.
Yeah.
What are you talking about again?
Yeah. The second day,
I arrested you.
So you have
I'm interrogating.
So have you arrested the second guy? Your parliamentary, have you been arrested?
He has not been.
Exactly. He has not been arrested.
Has he been
He has gone
invited?
to answer questions.
Has he
Yes, he
been
has gone to
invited?
answer questions
Okay.
on an allegation made against him.
All right. Honorable Twasumame, your time needs Twasumame.
CJ, the NDC that I know, the kind of communication people I know in NDC, if the NDC parliamentary candidate in second D, who was allegedly involved in drug trafficking, sanka NDC for atunsa freno, afreno, and as security for atunsa frena, and by now NDC issued statement. Like by now, Felix Ozukwachi has come out to let us know if indeed the so-called Alaji are only D because Enra me Jalabia na me call Obi Ho your friend is saying Chado. Me do your friend is saying Linda office on traffic light na say Accra police traffic light na say. Sa kola almost say sky. No Alaji ayam kudi Alaji yam kudi banu kudi. Meaning because I was in Jalabia. You went to Sapeman. 40 feet containers, Baku, 12. All the only thing you mentioned was that it belongs to one Alaji. Alaji doesn't have a name. Whether Alaji Eben, whether Alaji CJ, whether Alaji Nukbenu, whether Alaji Mustafa, whether Alaji. The Alaji's name was not, it's only Alaji. 40 feet container, 12 and you're back. If it is one, fine. But 12. And you are alleging that there's a gold in it, there was a fake money in it, there was a fake dollars in it, there was cocaine in it, and nothing has been said. And we don't know the whereabouts of those containers. And you come and tell me, say, the NDC, you assuming office, no, some of these things have stopped. CJ, that may come by way. Today is the 63rd day that my own sister and friend, Linda Akwele Ukuru, a promise say within 50 days in office. I'm saying that because the Greater Accra
presidential staffer is on the show, yeah.
And maybe he uses the office there. Say Obama Accra street lights and a traffic light. And yesterday evening, I passed through in front of Parliament. I passed through your friend is a mental hospital to her office area, and those street lights are not working. In fact, the traffic light at Osu Cemetery is not even working.
No, we are dealing with street light.
So I'm drawing her attention. Yes. But that is
yeah.
So I keep on reminding me. She's my sister. So sometimes I find it very difficult. But I want her to succeed because oye mame. Mpensenpensenmu obesua nukpenu suban ni bi.
Auntie Jane.
The account will be 50 days. Yes, sorry.
Auntie Jane, 3 minutes.
The NDC, they are now saying that Ghana is not a joke; it's a business, and to run this country like political something it will not work. You have to run the country like you are running a business, and in business you have to be truthful. If you are not truthful, you will not be able to succeed. It's true that the NDC, ever since Omoba power, share mukrampo banu and kamunima yatisa asem na bre ma 120 days ye hunshi. And so still the same message. And kamunim dieba, me de minim dieba. Dieba ni say they are using national security people who are NDC members to do what? To taunt or their enemies. They send these people to omo dinipa we mo call omo enemies mo fie. Omo si omaji they have the warrant. So omo warrant they will come to your house, try to ransack it. I don't know what they are usually looking for, because I've just heard that Bawumia's bodyguard home was ransacked and those things. You are a party in government. As we speak now, when you are before you came to power, price of a pack of water was 25 Ghana cedis, the medium one, Voltic or what did they call it? All the water this thing. It was 25 Ghana cedis. Now it's 35. 10 Ghana cedis has been added to it. Prices of goods and services in the market have been escalating. A cup of beans was 13 Ghana cedis. Yesterday, when I asked people to go and buy beans, it became 15. Look, prices of goods and services, especially food, is going up. The Minister for Trade is doing nothing. Your ministers that you should have put pressure on to work, they are not working. I've heard about Honorable Sam George talking about we are going to redo registration. You have so many problems in your ministry you've not tackled. One of them has to do with MTN. When you transfer money wrongly to someone, MTN will hold your money. 21 good days, the money will be with them. Or let's say that you were going to transfer the money to your mother to buy medicine, and you don't have any extra money apart from that, and they hold on to this money. At the end of the day, what will happen to your grandmother? There are so many things that we should be working on, and then leave this opponent trying to threaten, use military regime tactics to threaten our opponents. That is not going to work. No matter how many times you threaten them, still they will speak. If you think that by doing that, maybe you'll be able to silence them or those things, that is not how in a democratic state we should work. So some of these things are things that we should look at as a country and try to come up with solutions. Because you cannot be... President Mahama has given opportunity to the Minister of Trade to take care of all these things. So he is now the government over trade and things that are going on. And what is he doing? Okay. He's not doing anything. So please, the ministers must work. Put monitoring and evaluation on your ministers. Stop all these distractions about thinking about... And think about the people that voted for you. The 6-point-something million Ghanaians that voted for you. The whole Ghana, 35 million Ghanaians, they are dying of hunger because prices of goods and services in the market is escalating. Their salaries can no longer be able to meet their needs. So stop politics and start doing the work.
Auntie Jane made that say, Papa, Madam Janet Nabla, a leader, People's National Party, and Oten and Kano. Staffa.
My sister Jane. So pricing or commodity analysis onion ye. Met me a director no my sister Matthias Davis. No, I know how we do this. He's the secretary to the vice president. He was doing this under the NDC. How to get the prices of commodities in our various markets and alert Ghanaians. Niawaya no pay the affordable flat, and you have to. So the prices are
prices. So I'm not a price analyst. I'm just telling you what I saw in the market.
She was just painting the picture.
The one who is a price analyst.
The picture she painted this morning is a house. So a big hose, a big hose. That
is what the NDC have been doing. They try to they think the whole of Ghana, people who buy things, they know that I'm telling the truth.
Today in this country, under the NDC, the level of appreciation of government unprecedented. The level, how Ghanaians see the performance of the NDC government in 3 months. All analysis have indicated positivity.
Which analysis?
You, CJ, sitting here.
Yes.
You are even comfortable coming to do media work today under NDC than when MPP was in power. One can cry, Nyamibe poetry.
But why are you prevented from coming to studio?
No, but what are you talking about?
Nanado is more democratic than any president I've ever seen.
And you need an opportunity
for me,
on rap.
Is he in opposition? I have been in this shoe. I have been in this torture before. Yeah, you are talking. So you are going to talk for long. So prepare how you will talk and talk well. Are you getting me? Untimi Emma street lights and call off for so many years, over 8 years. And we expecting say because the regional minister has made a 50 days promise, which he has started working on a lot of streets. That has come on.
But she could have just promised without giving a timeline.
Yes, insisted 3 days.
Without giving a timeline.
It is work. It is work in progress.
She could have just made the promise.
It is work in progress.
Okay.
And she's going to fulfill that dream for the people.
No.
I get it. You don't have anything to want this.
My time is up.
You have done this. You were thanking yourself about it.
My time is up.
Enti mesre Ghana for Greater Accra ni Ghana baby a munya rehim say aban papa aba nukura aban nkunimdi aban enimdi aban nyansa aban yemfa Ghana enye enroboni yemfa Ghana enye niamaboni ye tu niamaboni fo hu asa omo ayo mu say mu di oman be ye nroboni tom no ye tu omo so asa ye be chi omo achi mu hu nukure enti munya rehim ye mana over the years omo akọ through this torture of hard drugs aseno will rehabilitate all of them back to society so menyan kwampa enti wo bia wa ye ohun se wo de droboni e na wo de hu ahyem no gina ho yi because nieba no eso nyame enhire obi a oti ya no
so Anthony Nupenu presidential staffer for the Greater Accra region and on so wote nenkano. Well, may do this one for me and ye mami awoda Madam Juliana Ampema ya Abuaje ya uwo latte. Happy birthday to you. This one says she raised me all my life as a child. I want you to wish her a happy birthday and may she continue to live long for us. The whole family, children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren wishes her a lovely day. Madam Juliana Ampema ya Abuaje, we free comfort. Dede Tekpeki. Happy birthday to you, Auntie Julie. Medini Chief Jerry Forsen. Yadiana Pedro Medini Besiha. And it hasn't been easy for me on the show. But yaba. Me sorry, Emma Uremfi say omo ayo omo kan krofo ho nsem kire wo no. Eye wo ma no omo kan so nsem kire krofo. Those who talk to you about others, talk to others about you. And then again, the price for greatness is responsibility. And finally, as you pursue what money can buy, be careful not to lose what money cannot buy. We are back tomorrow. Salamu alaikum.